Good morning and thank you for joining us today. I'm really delighted that we're organising this mini conference today on decolonial approaches in teaching and research, and that we have some fantastic presentations lined up. Initially, we weren't really sure about how many submissions we would attract, but we actually had many more than we could fit in and schedule today, almost twice as many. And we had to select a few that were representative of different faculties and departments and different work and pedagogy and research methods and practice. And hopefully the remaining submissions will be able to speak at our next event, which hopefully won't be before too long. So advancing my slide. There we go. So just to introduce myself, my name is Nicola Koyama. My pronouns are she, her. I have a background in biological sciences. I'm a reader in the School of Biological and Environmental Sciences, and I chair our LGMU Decolonising the Curriculum Working Group. And to give you a little bit of context about today and a bit of background, this is really a reflection of the initiatives and work and progress by our Decolonising the Curriculum University Group. And this slide really just shows you some of the activities over the past 2 years since it was set up by Moniak Insanya, the head of EDI, and myself back in, we started talking about it in January 2021. So our membership spans the university. That first box on the left there, we have representative members from all schools and all faculties across the university, from JMSU, John Moore Student Union, from the EDI team, from Academic Registry, the Teaching and Learning Academy, Doctoral Academy, and Library Services. So it's really was set up, and the aim was to coordinate activity, share good practice and increase awareness across the university, because we're aware that there were several pockets of excellent activity and good practice happening in isolation. So some of our activities, one of the first things we did was carry out a scoping exercise. So with my colleague Hinda Ross and Teaching and Learning Academy funded intern, we carried out a scoping exercise and created a website, a microsite, to share initiatives and practices across the university and increase awareness. We designed and created a module for staff in our VLE, our Virtual Learning Environment Canvas, with some key resources, all the toolkits that we could find that are out there, to decolonise the curriculum, and school pages where individuals within schools could share their progress and developments, and a space to communicate. And then we also liaised with Academic Registry last year to embed decolonise the curriculum criteria within our programme validation and review processes. So last summer, criteria related to decolonising the curriculum were embedded in validation and review documents, and leading to, for example, in sports and exercise science, EDI being embedded in module learning outcomes, and within my school, biological and environmental sciences, criteria about decolonising the curriculum, so an understanding of a decolonial perspective in a particular subject field being embedded in programme learning outcomes, which is important because that means it has to be taught somewhere within the programme and assessed. And related to that, the Dean of our Teaching and Learning Academy included guidance on decolonising the curriculum in the curriculum design guide. So that's a very quick overview of some of our activities. And this slide is really reflective of some activities that staff engage with when they are thinking about decolonising the curriculum. And there's a question mark there because hopefully today, part of our discussions will be about individual perspectives, decolonising approaches and frameworks and concepts and initiatives differ between different people, our experiences, our backgrounds, our locations, our positionality. So hopefully we'll be able to discuss today as well what it means at a Western university in a country with legacies of imperialism, colonialism, racism, and how we struggle against those and deal with those, and how we redress the inequities resulting from those. So I was thinking afterwards, perhaps I should have shown this in a kind of a pyramid shape. By far, perhaps the broadest engagement of staff, perhaps responses to decolonise the curriculum, falls under inclusive practices, inclusive teaching, learning and assessment. And of course, within this country, within the UK, we have, I guess, a history of inclusive teaching, learning and assessment, supporting students with individual learning needs and disabilities, from starting in perhaps I guess in a concerted effort in the last 10 to 15 years. And so there can be some confusion as to what decolonising the curriculum means and is reflected in. Anti-racist education and embedding EDI in the curriculum, increasing diverse representation, diversifying resources and voices within the curriculum. And perhaps those are the most kind of widespread that I'm aware of across the university. And these other activities, so recognising colonial influence and Eurocentric perspectives, identifying inequities resulting in knowledge production and research processes, and then addressing those inequities are probably, we have fewer examples of those across the university, although some excellent pockets of activity. So today's about moving beyond diversifying and using this space as a space of discussion and self-reflection to look at what can we achieve, what direction are we going in, and what does it look like? And it'd be interesting to hear different perspectives and thoughts on that.